Hello, waiting. Hi everyone. Hello. Are you there? Um, Let me remind everybody that we are live. We are live on YouTube channel. All right. Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to our live section today. And yeah, we have one person. Welcome to live chat. Hi. Hello, teacher Eva. Oloma. Hi, Oloma. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. So, how do you guys want me to start? It's 1 a.m. here. It's 1 a.m. What can I do? All right. So, let's take this. Okay. So, today's section, live section, is all about any question you want to ask about moving to Australia. Hi. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Prahat, Eva, Uloma. Hello, welcome. So it's all about studying in Australia, okay? Yes, you are desperate to move. So, yes, you say you are desperate to move to Australia with your family. Yes, it's possible with student visa, okay? So what is involved? I'm sure you know that Australia is one of those countries that allows an international student to come over. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? I just want to confirm that you can hear me. Can someone send me a message and say, yes, you can hear me? I want to be sure. Can you hear me? Oh, awesome. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Binti. Thank you, Deans. Thank you. All right. So he said registered nurse and all right. So we're talking about student visa here. For registered nurse, I've said this before. If you don't have BSc, like or bachelor degree, bachelor of nursing, bachelor of science of nursing, or any bachelor degree in nursing, if you're having a diploma, I know in some countries, if you have a diploma of nursing, you can practice as a registered nurse. But it's quite unfortunate that when you want to migrate to any first world country, especially like Australia, I don't know how UK, I don't think UK has a pathway for diploma of nursing. But for Australia, the only time they will consider diploma of nursing is when you study it in Australia. But once you are coming out as an international graduate, okay, qualified overseas, you cannot register. Okay, so but today's is not for nurses, today is for students. So if you are a nurse and you have this type of challenge, my best advice would be please go through student visa. Okay, goes through student visa. But today we have some question. If you have your question on study visa, study getting admission and so on, please ask. I will take note of that as it comes along. I have my laptop here. I want to discuss some. Okay, someone asked me, I want to know the list of cheap universities in Australia so that this person is in UK, but for some reason he wants the family that is back in Africa, the husband, to migrate to Australia so that all of them will meet up or something. Okay, cheap universities. I want to tell you something about Australia and student visa. Make no mistakes. Okay, yes, it is easy to find cheap universities, but the question is this: will cheap university give you admission? Will it give you admission? Okay. So the thing here in when you talk about student admission and visa, the ultimate one is visa. Anyone can get admission. I keep saying it. Anyone can get admission. Okay. But what is the need if you get admission and you don't get visa? You are back to square one. So why are you rushing for cheap universities? Okay. We have list of cheap universities. I can give you some of them here. I made a video as well. Cheap universities in Australia. Okay, I can give you some of them here now. We have University of Southern Queensland. Okay, University of Southern Queensland, I'm sure you know, is in Queensland. They are cheap. There is also a University of Queensland. There is a University of Sunshine Coast. Okay, I have a comprehensive video on this. If you go through my channel, you will see that, or you go through my playlist, student visa playlist, you will find these schools. Okay, it's very easy to get admission in low fee paying schools because they want more people. They don't have enough population. Okay, they want more international students. They will give you admission. We have a University of Canberra. We have Charles Darwin University. We have, let me give you the Charles Sturt University. We have, which other university? We have Federation University Australia, one of the oldest university we have in Australia today. Federation University Australia. I have mentioned Southern Cross, and we have University of Southern Queensland. There's a lot of them. Please go through my channel and find that video. Yes, you will get admission. They will give you admission. Torrens University is one of them too. They are very good in giving international admission. Torrens University. Go through that student visa playlist. Then my question is this. It's not about getting that. He said, I applied to more than one unit in Australia at a time. And some of the G's uni you talked about offering the courses. I can't finish reading that. Okay. Yes, now you talk about 8 G's. Okay. I want to locate a regional. Okay, ages offering the course I want are not located in regional area. What do I do? Okay, fine. I'll come to that. Okay. So, cheap universities, yes. Get admission, yes. The question is, would they give you visa? Okay. So when you talk about visa now, there is a way the Home Affairs, the department that handles visa, all the visas, how they assess student visa. So they grade schools in Australia, all the universities in Australia, all the schools in Australia are being graded level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay. So if you are in certain country, high risk countries, country like Nigeria, Ghana, Sri Lanka, Indians, Bangladesh, and so on. Okay. So what they do is this. If you find admission in those schools that are not level 1, they will weigh your option. You have like 50-50 chance of being granted student visa. Okay, because those schools are notorious with people coming over without completing their studies, dropping out, or doing some other things, not meeting their visa requirements. Okay, just they come over, they drop their school, they do some things that, so that's how they categorize. I lost my NACO WAEC certificate. Can I apply with my NACO certificate? Coming through study visa will, blah, blah. Okay. So that's all I want to say about low school paying universities. They are there in my channel. Please go through my student visa playlist in my channel. Then the 8G, somebody said to me, I have applied in the 8G schools, but none of them is in the regional area. What are you calling regional area? Okay. So you say that the course they're offering you are not in the regional area. Now, the thing is this, okay? Get your visa. Once you are in Australia, there is one hack you guys need to know. Once you are inside Australia, okay, you can still change school. There is one comma there. They put that you have to inform the minister. It's just a form, okay? As long as the research, if you're doing a master's degree and you're doing a research program, as long as the research program you are coming to do, you are not switching over to do something that will interfere with the country's security, or there's this sophisticated something they mention. So you are not actually doing this thing. So definitely they will tick you to change courses. If they are not in the regional area, okay, what is the regional area in Australia? You'll be surprised that even a capital of a state is called a regional area. Perth, for example, well developed, as sophisticated as Perth is, the state capital of Western Australia, it is called a regional area. Can you imagine? So you telling me that all the 8Gs I have mentioned, all the courses they are doing, so the cities we have, what are the cities that are not called, they're not regarded as regional area? There are only 3: Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. Every other city in Australia is regional area. Okay, but yes, you can study in the city like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. When you finish studying there, please find a job in the regional area. This regional area is not like a village, it's still a city. Oh, there are still cities. So find job there. When you get your graduate work visa, I've talked about graduate work visa in my channel. So immediately after your graduation, you'll be entitled, depending on the course you've done, entitled to graduate work visa. Please find job in the regional area. You move there and work. Voila. So that's not a problem. It's not a big problem. The main reason why I mentioned the 8G schools is for visa. What is admission without visa? Then it's useless. Okay? You can get admission, but if you don't get visa, then what's the need? So the target will be the school that will help me to get student visa. Now, someone said to me, I lost my WAEC result. Can I apply with NEGO? Does it mean that if you lose your WAEC certificate, you cannot get another one? I haven't heard of that. I think there is a way you can go and apply and get a replacement certificate. However, NECO is recognized, okay? The agent, I want to say something again, please. In Australia, people from certain countries, including Nigeria, Indians, and so on, okay, they must go through school agents. You cannot just go online and apply for visa. We have these agents. If you need their contact, I will give you. You can as well walk through me. Things are changing here. Things are changing here. There have been a lot of demand that made me to dig my head into some stuff as well. So you can walk through me for student admission and visa as well, okay? So if you have only NECO, yes, it's fine, depending on the school, okay? Some school will tell you that they accept NECO. This is for undergraduates, all right? Now, there is what is called recency of, like, you don't have a break. Like, if you have had this NECO for a very long time without doing anything, you haven't done any other studies, you haven't been working on something, and there is a gap, it might be very hard for you to get admission, okay? Another question I need to treat again is someone that asks me, you know, when you have students, when you have study visa to Australia, if you are a woman and you have a husband and kids, you can bring them over. They will go through your visa, okay? So if you are a man, you want to bring your wife, yes, you can bring your wife. But whatever condition that is in your visa is applicable to your wife. Someone asked and said, what if I come with my husband and I decide to go through another visa? I have an opportunity to go through another visa. Can I just leave the student visa and go through another visa? The thing is this. When you are granted a student visa, there is a condition. One, the condition, it said, coming through the study route, will my diploma, certificate in nursing, and years of experience be considered for bachelor? Okay, all right, I will come to that, okay? So the condition is that while you are still studying, okay, let's assume that you are coming to do a 4 years course in Australia. While you are still doing that initial 4 years course, you cannot change to another visa unless there is a condition. Let me see if I can find the name of that condition, okay? So that condition states that you cannot get another visa unless you apply to Home Affairs. There is a particular form, change of condition. So you ask them to waive it in a special circumstances. It might be a extreme hardship. It can be anything, okay? But you can shoot your shot. and make that application and ask them to waive that condition. Okay, if you are lucky and they waive that condition, why not? You can go ahead and go for another visa. But if not, you have to wait for the duration of that studies. Once that study is finished, you are entitled to any other visa. Okay, but immediately that study visa finishes, you can go over to postgraduate work visa, and there is no other condition. You can go for your 190, 149, temporary visa, permanent resident visa, any of the visas. But as you are still studying, that condition is binding. Okay, so you cannot change. Someone asked a question and he said, I need to have 40 million in my account if I am sponsoring myself when my school fees is 21,000. Oh, 40 million? Who told you that? Who said that? We're going to talk about the proof of fund here. 40 million, if I'm sponsoring myself, what did you actually say? Okay, first, let me talk about someone that asked a question. I'll come to that question, the 40 million one. Why my school, who told you that? My agent told me that. Okay, we come to that, we'll treat that. All right. First, let me talk about the first question, the question that was in before yours. She said she had diploma in nursing. What if she wants to come and do Bachelor of Nursing, Bachelor of BSc Nursing or BN or whatever, now Bachelor degree? Will my diploma be considered? I've talked about getting what we call credit for units you have done in the past. But the tricky part here is that the unit you have done in the past is below what you are going to do. So they cannot equate, they cannot match it. So everything you've done in your diploma is below degree. So it is hard for them to give you credit for that. For example, when I did my BSc nursing, I had 2 credits. So I had 2 units taken off, and it doesn't affect my results or my qualification. In your transcript, they will write it there that you had a credit, okay, exemption. It's called credit exemption, okay. Why? I had these 2 credits in, I think, healthcare, communication for healthcare. Why? Because my first degree was English, and I did masters in linguistics, and I've done 2 masters. So what I did is that I was like, okay, what do? I went and applied for exemption for that. So it's communication. So it was taken off. Now, another course that was taken off for me was, what do you call it? Evidence-based practice, okay? Why? Remember, I stepped down. I've had my degree and I've had masters. Now I'm stepping down doing a degree again. Okay, so it was easy for me to get credit in these 2 units. The second one was evidence-based practice. Why did I get credit there? I went inside a class. The lecturer was teaching. I was like, no, this is like a research method. How to find out information, how to research, evidence-based practice, find out what is working in the healthcare, then you use the information. So I was like, no, all the methodologies, everything she was teaching, that was my first day in class. I came out and started making inquiry. I moved to student service, making inquiry. They said, yes, if you had done research in the past, you can get a credit. You see, that wasn't science. It was not even related. I have never done any science in the past, like any of my degrees or masters. But because it is research methodology, and this is evidence-based practice in health, in nursing, so they gave me credit. But in the place where you have done a diploma degree, a diploma study, is not up to degree. So now you're going to do BSc nursing. You're going to do a degree. So you will not be able to get any credit because they cannot match 2 of them. You see the problem there, okay? But when you go for your practical, you already know a lot of things anyway. You will still be ahead of so many people because you've been in nursing, and you will have greater job opportunities as well. So that will be a plus for you. But as for transfer of credit, no, you're not going to get any. All right. Now let's talk about 40 million naira. The problem here is that naira is depreciating. Sorry for me to ask you who told you that. I forgot that our naira is crashing every day by day because I was calculating it in Australian dollars. Okay. So if you're sponsoring yourself, why your money is going to be big is this. I will give you the trick. Okay. Why your money is going to be big is this. They will want a lot because they assume now that the money will not be coming in while you're studying in Australia. So they want everything to be complete. And if there is something, and when you are sponsoring yourself, somehow it is hard for you to move with your family members. When we talk about family members, we talk about the wife and the children. Because if you're sponsoring yourself and you say you have a business or a job, and now you're taking everybody with you, so your visa might not be granted, okay? But if you're sponsoring yourself and you're leaving someone behind, maybe to look over the business, look after the business, or to show that you are still coming back at that time, yes, but they can join you at the later stage. It doesn't matter what you have said in the past, okay? So when you're sponsoring yourself, they want to see chunk of money there because it is you and you are in Australia. Probably you've been working and now you're on leave, okay? If you're doing a big business and they see money coming in and that business is going to be going on while you are studying in Australia, things might go down. But the real calculation in Australian dollars is this, okay? No matter what the naira is, the naira is getting, I don't know what is happening to naira anyways. So 21,000 is the fund, 21,000 something Australian dollars. Then if your partner or spouse, you also have money. Now that reminds me, if you are coming with someone, your money will increase too, okay? So if you're a single person coming alone, the money will be lesser. If excuse me, if you're coming with your child, a child will cost you an extra 3,152. There is another money for a child because the child will go to school. Can you get that question again? Because the child will go to school as well. There's about 8,000 something you need to chalk out and show them that you have a proof, okay? So 40 million, yes, naira is depreciating. Now I want to ask you again, are you coming alone? Are you coming with any family member? Okay, so if you're coming with your spouse, another 7,362, a child 3,015. Then for a child, for schooling, $8,000 pay a year. There's something I want to tell you today. He said Nigeria Community Networking Platform. I didn't see that question early. I didn't see it early, okay? So why not get someone to sponsor you? I don't sponsor people. I've seen some people asking me if please, I don't do that. It's not part of my service. I don't do that. Some of the agents, this is something you have to ask agents in a nice way. But the agents are trying to be very careful as well, okay? Some of the agents, they have a plan. They have pathways on how they do these things. I'm not going to be talking about it. But if you have an agent about, especially when it has to do with proof of funds as well, try and find out from them in some way and ask them, is there any way? No, okay? The question is no. I will come to that question. So if you have an agent, what is the official rate? If you have an agent, please try to find out from agents, is there any way they do anything like they support with any other services apart from giving you helping you with admission and other things like writing your GTE, genuine temporary entrance, writing your statement of purpose, helping with proof of fund. Find out from them. Don't close your mouth. Find out, okay? And show them that you are serious about it, all right? Now, someone asked, I think I've treated that question. He said, if you are coming with your spouse, can you just, no, you cannot go for another work because there is a condition whatever is binding on the primary applicant, the person that has the visa, which is your other spouse, okay? There is a condition in student visa that you cannot switch over to another visa as long as you are studying. So whatever is in your spouse visa is binding. The only way you can change is that if you apply in a special circumstances for that condition to be waived. And if you're lucky enough and the condition is waived, then you can go for any sponsorship or any permanent resident visa. Okay? No. A student visa, you stick to that unless you apply for a waiver. Okay? The same thing applies to some people that want to come through studies. It's also possible that along the line something might change. You apply for a waiver, but it is very hard to get a waiver. Okay? Apply for a waiver to go through other. Maybe you have someone that sponsored your visa, want you to go to a regional area to come and do like all these aged care and health care assistant job stuff that is in demand in Australia. So you can get someone that sponsors you. You can go for a waiver. If you are lucky and the Home Affairs waives that condition for you, then you can go for that visa and maybe continue with your studies if you want to. Okay? So that is it about that. There is another question. I didn't see that question, but I am just thinking. Now, why are your visa refused? Many people are getting admission. Many people are getting admission, but their visa, they're not getting visa. They're getting admission, but they're not getting visa. What is happening? Now, some of your agents are very reluctant. They are not serious with your application. You write a statement of purpose anyhow, and you give them and they submit. Okay? Whoever is sponsoring you, there are full details of documents that is needed from them. Some of the schools you are going through, I am interested to migrate to with my family. My husband is a nurse first degree. I'm a teacher with a first degree also. Which routes? Okay. Today we're talking about student visas. I think I will have another live when I will say bring all the question. Today is for student visa, but I will answer your question. Okay. So your student visa is being refused because your application, something is missing in your application. You say that someone is sponsoring you, probably your parents and stuff. You don't bring out all the information like their statements of income, their salary, their business, whatever. Give them full detail, address, website. When you're bringing your reference, do a clean reference. Okay? Give them every detail they need. They need pay slip. They need even 6 months pay slip supply. Okay? Don't chunk money in to your bank account. Boom, boom, boom. No. They want to see it go in, come out, because you're a human being. You have been spending money. So they are not dealing with a robot. They want to see a human being that puts money in the account and takes some money out. Put some money in account and take some money out. That's the movement they want to see. Maybe for 3 months. Okay. So you chunk it there. That is it. Statement of purpose, GTE. GTE. You need to show them that you have enough ties to return to your home country. Okay. These are the things. And the school, I keep mentioning the school that you are going into. Someone said my husband is a nurse and I'm a teacher. First degree. Which route? Now, the question I want to ask is that, did your husband do Bachelor of Nursing or a diploma? Because I've had a lot of people from Nigeria saying they did diploma RN. I am hoping that Nigerian Medical Nursing Council or something will change this route whereby they give people a title of registered nurse when they do diploma, and when they want to do anything international, they struggle. And you have given them this title for a very long time. Okay, where there should be a system where the nurses have grades. For example, in Australia, when you do a diploma nursing, we call you enrolled nurse. When you do a bachelor, they call you RN. Many Nigerian nurses today cannot even migrate. They answer nurses, but when it comes to migration, they shy away. And people that don't know this thing will think, oh, this nurse is here, or is it not your mate that are going abroad to make cool money? No. This person is sitting on diploma that was conferred on him or her as registered nurse. And he's been working as registered nurse. Everyone know you're a registered nurse. I'm dealing with someone today. I felt her pain. She said she's a diploma registered midwife or registered nurse. She's worked for 15 years. This is a raw asset, but she cannot move because no one considers diploma nursing. But she's RN and she has worked, she has all this huge, massive experience for 15 years. Okay. So I don't know why some country like my Nigeria is still doing that, calling someone with diploma a registered nurse. It's not done in any part of the world, even in UK, even in US. Okay, if you do enroll nurse, they have a name they call it. The registered nurse is the upper grade. It has to be a degree. Okay, or you upskill to go to that degree level. Okay, so yeah, so they are struggling today. The only pathway you have if you fall into the category is for you to start afresh, go through student visa. That's it, and start afresh. Okay, so someone said again, another question, he said, my husband is a nurse. So if your husband is that diploma nurse, no. If your husband is a degree nurse and has experience, can your husband please go through my channel and watch my video on registration, APRA registration, Australian nursing registration. Okay, so what to do, I provided a link there. When you watch the video, watch the whole video. It's not a long video. Then you will understand what I mean by self-check. Okay, so tell your husband to do a self-check. Click a link. He said, what options are available for international students whose universities, example, Western Sydney, are located within cities like Sydney in. Yes, I have treated that question, but I'm coming back to it. I have treated it before. I'm going to repeat it again. Okay. So when your husband goes there and do self-check for nursing registration, APRA, which is the body that deals with all the nursing stuff and medical stuff and medical doctors and stuff, they will grade you on a stream. For people that are graduated in Nigeria, they grade them on stream 2. Kenya, Nigeria, India, and stuff, they are on stream 2. If you have done your nursing in a Western world or first world country or something, they will grade you in category 1, stream 1. So what do? You provide portfolio and orientation. But for stream 2, there are exams involved. But once you have done the self-check, it's for free. It's in APRA website. I provided the link on the video. Do the self-check. APRA will list everything you want you'll be doing. All the steps every morning involve the exam and the place the exam has to be done. Okay. Can I get student visa with higher school? I'm coming to that. Okay. So APRA will list everything. And for you as a teacher, if you want to come to Australia as a teacher, you have your teaching qualification. You are registered with the Teachers Council of the country where you qualified and practicing. Okay. You do your skill assessment. I've done so many videos on skill migration and on skill migration. Okay, go through any of those videos. You will see where I provided a link for list of occupation. Find the teaching you are teaching title. Is it secondary school, primary school, and so on? Find the assessing body. See if you can do for your assessment. But please, you must write English. So you and your husband can go through work visa and permanent resident. That's your option. Someone asked a question and said, can I migrate with higher, like high school? Yes. Yes. And even with primary school, yes. I am saying it and I want to remove my glasses to say that. That's another thing. Some rich parents don't know that this thing can happen. Some rich parents that can afford it. Yes, you can do that for your primary school child as long as it's above 6 years. But that person must have a guardian. Okay? And all the money is involved. The guardian, when you talk about proof of fund, the one that will cover the guardian, a legal guardian, it can be just someone appointed as a legal guardian or a family in Australia or the parents. They must accompany that person there because he's a minor. As long as you are still under 18 years, you are categorized as minor. So yes, high school, primary school can come to Australia with student visa, but they must have legal guardian. So if you have money, you can even be a guardian to your child or to your children, and you bring them all over. All of you will be jabbering together, like the whole family jabbering, as long as you can afford it. Okay. So someone talked about the same thing about Western Sydney schools in the city. Yes, do your school there. You can still change school when you come over. The target, I keep saying the eyes. Put your eyes on the goal, okay? The target is for you to get visa. If I tell you today how many people inbox chatting me that have gotten admission but student visa refused, you will do anything to get your student visa. Go for that school. Get your student visa, okay? Come over, you can still change school. If you don't change school, immediately you graduate. When you have your graduate work visa, please go to regional area and practice before you go for your temporary visa or your permanent resident visa, okay? You don't have to work in Sydney. You don't want to have to work in Melbourne, okay? Crash it and be smart, okay? And I want to tell you things again. This is a secret I want to share with international students, okay? So there is visa 482. I've mentioned about visa 482 in my channel. Some people will go, for people that are going for masters in public health. Masters in public health is not in the list of skilled, is in the list of skilled occupation, but is management something. You cannot just do it without having experience in Australia, okay? So masters of public health, masters in public health, yes, it is hard for you to go through that pathway to get permanent residence. But what I'm telling people is not only this course, there's so many courses that when you finish it, it will be hard for you to go through the route of permanent residence. But you know the hack there. I told you I'll be giving you hacks. Don't go there and start doing big man. Don't go there and start claiming what you are not. As you are studying, go and do your crash course and get your certificate 3 in individual support. Make sure you get your certificates. I told you can work as a healthcare assistant or aged care or something, disability worker without a certificate. Okay, it is possible, especially now we have NDIS. Watch that video in my channel. But the thing is that please get a certificate. It is easy to get. Okay, you can even do it online and do a practical crash course. Put that certificate in your pocket. It will be very helpful. As you are graduating, you are shooting your shot, looking for work in a regional area, looking for a sponsorship 482. They need people in that area. Get your job. Now you have your big masters. Go get that job there as a carer, okay? Through your permanent temporary resident that has a pathway 491 or 482. It has a pathway to permanent resident, okay? So you go down to that location, get your papers, okay? Then you can come back and do your buga. But before you know it, you're a permanent resident of Australia and you are a citizen, okay? So yes, high school, he said, can high school above 18? Yes, but the thing is this, in Australia, high school, there are another question, I didn't see that question, please can you ask another one about nursing or something? Yes, someone said, can someone that is above 18 years go for high school? There is something in Australia, we work with age. Do you know that people don't repeat classes in Australia, like in primary school or secondary school, unless your parents choose to bring you to repeat class? No one asks you to repeat class because there's nothing like first, second, and third. This is how they train children, okay? So at 18 years, you should be graduating from high school. Everybody. So graduation age for high school is 18, highest 19, okay? So that's why they assume that in primary and secondary, you must have a guardian. So I think it's safer for me to say that primary and secondary must have a guardian. If you're above 18, you shouldn't be going to high school. It is assumed that you should be going to tertiary institution. So that's a tricky one. It will be hard for you to get a visa. It would be hard because they know that there's something attached to it, you see. So that's how tricky it is. Okay, I hope I've answered your question. Now let's talk about GTE. Bring more questions. There's a question I didn't see. I hope you shoot that question again. Ask that question again. You're not saying something. Okay. I am a nurse assistant, but I want to use the student visa route. How do I do it? Yes, nurse assistant you have has no role to play, okay, in this issue. So you are going solely with student visa. It has nothing to do with that. So for you to go for student visa, are you going for your undergraduate or postgraduate? If you are going for undergraduate, it means that you will have your secondary school certificates like WAEC, NECO, GCE, whatever your country is using. Okay, then the agent will help you select school. You must go through agent. That is one rule in Australia now. Okay, if you need agents, You can ask me, okay? Then the agent will help you select school. Then you find your school and you go. I want my son to study in Australia. He did very well in his. I didn't get that, all of that. Can you shoot back, okay? So either you go for undergraduate or postgraduate. If you already have undergraduate qualification, go for your postgraduate. It is very easy to get admission and visa for postgraduate like masters and PhD than undergraduate. But undergraduate is still getting it. Okay, WAEC and JAM. He is a science student. He is 15 years old and he looks. No, this is not Nigeria. This is not Africa. It's not going to happen. No. Hey, this Nari Oyibo people, they work with age. This is not Nigerian thing where 14-year-old child will finish high school. It's not going to happen. I know your child is very smart. He is 15 years and he did very well in WAEC and NECO, but Australia will not accept this child to do a degree. It's not happening. In this country, we work with age. Even when you apply, agents will even tell you. They will look at you like this, like, is this for real? Does this happen? Which country is this happening? So what I will advise you is this, okay? Find a school for your child in Nigeria. Maybe go for a cheap school since you know that the target is for your child to go to Australia to study or to go to any other country to study. Find another school, cheap school, anything, okay? Your child must be doing something. Don't allow him to stay idle. If he stays idle, there will be something that is called a gap year, okay? So now there is a gap that he needs to fill and you just start another process. Start him on something, trade, anything, cheap school, skills, whatever that has a certificate and proof. I keep telling people, I have this. Where is your certificate? Where is your proof? I'm dealing with someone that is a chef, is grounded, but the certificate, when I look at it, is, I know all these things you have skill, but when it comes to some certain things, like proving that you are doing something, they need certificates, okay? So fix your child in something. Give him 18 years, okay? 17, 18, shoot your shot, look for school. He will get admission. He has a smart result, he will get admission. But there's something I want you to do, okay? Whatever course you want your child to study in Australia, link it to whatever is going to be doing in this gap year, okay? Don't just let him not do something different and you go and look for a different admission. For example, if you want him to do nursing, find something nursing or anything related to health and let him be volunteering in a hospital or anywhere, volunteer job or work every weekend. They pay him, there must be a record so that when you do your application, you will have excellent application, okay? Bring your question, shoot your question again. I didn't see that question, okay? I didn't see that question. So that is it. So we work with age here. 15 years cannot go to university. Shoot your question back, please. I can't. Yeah, can I just, yeah. Okay, so getting admission, easy for a lot of people. Getting visa is a tricky one, okay? So please open your eyes. Some schools, okay, ma'am, please, can you help me with an agent? Yes, I will. I'm not giving it to you now. He said, ma'am, studying master's program in mechanical engineering. Can the route to PRB? Yes. There is a special visa for engineers. I haven't made that video because I don't know whether it's going to get a lot of views or something because I don't know how many engineers I have as my subscribers and stuff. Yes, there is a special visa for engineers. Yes, now engineers, okay, they have a special visa in Australia and en route to the visa can lead you to permanent resident, and you can even finish it and shoot for your 190 or 189, okay? Yes, it is in demand now. There is a special visa for new graduates from engineering, okay? It's happening. It's there in the immigration website, Home Affairs, Australian Home Affairs website, okay? Yeah. Someone said bachelor degree in engineering. He said, I hope there is no disadvantage studying a program online only without physical class. My admission is totally online. Where? Your admission is totally online. Are you supposed to come to Australia? Did they give you a visa? If your admission is totally online, did you get a visa? think it's going to be hard, but if you get a visa, it's miracle, because the question is, why would they be giving you visa if you need to study online? Please, if they said you are studying your whole course online and you haven't applied for visa, please reject it. You won't get a visa. Tell me, what will you be going there to do? Please, can you help me? Yes, I will. Not near here now. Studying program online only. No, if you are studying online, if they're giving you visa, it's miracle. Miracle do happen. But if you have not applied for visa, I think I will tell you to reject the admission and look for another admission. Because why would a visa officer be giving you a visa to come Australia to sit down and be doing something online, something that you can do from your home country? I'm applying for, credit for previous studies in MSc Nursing. I have a bachelor in human anatomy. Yeah, hold on, I'll come there. You have a bachelor in human anatomy, you want to do BSc Nursing. Now, the question I want to ask you, which of the BSc Nursing you want to do? Is it the one I advertised on my page, the one I talked about in my videos, the one that leading to registration? Okay, no, you will not get any credit there, because it is a crash program. It is a 2 years program that's supposed to be 3 or 3.5. You won't be getting anything there. But if you have anatomy, it is a plus for you. There is a prerequisite for people that haven't done science they're supposed to do before they start that program. You won't be doing that prerequisite because you already have something in anatomy. Okay, so that is a plus for you, and you will have a very good application because you already have something in connection with what you are going to be doing. So your application will be looking very good, but no, you won't get a credit, but you will not be required to do a prerequisite. Okay, I hope I've answered that question. But if it's the normal nursing thing, you are not qualified for that because you haven't had your first degree nursing. So you won't be qualified for normal MSc nursing. Okay. Another question. Shoot. I saw so many questions. I couldn't take all of them. Please forgive me. So many things happening here. I'm kind of upstairs, run away from everyone. I said, everybody go down. Yeah. So shoot. Bring that question again. Someone said something about having a bachelor degree. I can't remember that question again. Please shoot your question. Bring it up. So as we are waiting for that question to come up again, let me be talking about GTE. GTE, temporary genuine temporary entrance. It is the real deal. Okay. Statement of purpose. Do not come there and tell them story of your life. Hit the point. I want to ask you a question. Someone actually wrote, please, yes, I just applied from my Gravity MSc Public Health for my statement. Okay. Confirmation of enrollment. Yeah. Yes, masters, public health. Gravity is good with public health. When I finished my BSc Nursing, I wanted to do public health masters. I applied for Gravity. I'm already here. It was the application came so fast. I had to decline it because, you see, in this life, you need to sharpen your eyes. I'm already a nurse, and for me to get some stipends, I'm just saying it for nurses that maybe will be coming to Australia, so that when you are doing a postgraduate studies, you have to be smart. Okay, so I got masters in public health, but I did my inquiry. I declined it because even if I finish doing it, nursing council will not recognize it, so they will not add any money to my salary. So I had to go and do masters in clinical nursing. Okay, so Gravity is very good. They do public health very well, and congratulations to you. Okay, it is possible and very possible that you get your visa. Okay, you are going to get your confirmation of enrollment. Shoot for your visa, but please go and review your application very well. I know you have gotten your admission. Statements of purpose you use for admission, please do not just take it like that. Go and read it very well and do your correction. Bachelor of Degree studies using my NACO, YX. Yes, you can use it. You use it. The agent will guide you. Once you are going for undergraduate, WAEC NACO is a school certificate exam. What do you call it? I got an admission to come study Bachelor in Electrical Engineering and Engineering, Institution of Technology. Please, how do you see the school? Can WAEC and NACO be used? Yes, WAEC and NACO be used. Yes, WAEC and NACO can be used. I keep saying it. It can be used to get undergraduate degree. Yes. Okay. Someone said you got a bachelor degree, you got engineering to study in some school in Perth. Yeah, that school doesn't is one of yeah is I think it's a private institution. Yes, it is. Said anything about what is your question, please? Say it. You have not said anything about my question. Can you help me with an agent? Is it the same person? I said yes now. Oh my, I keep saying I will help you with an agent. Do you want me to tell you the name of agent here? I'm also an agent, man. Come on, send me a message. I have a Telegram group. Go chat me in my Telegram group. Chat me on Instagram. Jane Kennis on Instagram. Chat me. I think Instagram is the best. Chat me on Instagram, Jane Kennis. That's it. Okay? Or my channel, YouTube channel, or send me on Facebook. I will give you an agent. If you want to go through me, fine as well. But I will give you an agent. What is the age limit for bachelor degree? There is no age limit. Oh, there is no age limit. Okay? But I will tell you something, okay? There is no age limit for bachelor degree and there is no age limit for masters. But when you want to get postgraduate work visa, that is when you have finished studying and you want to get a job, that's visa that will help you to work, there is age limit, which is 55 years. That age is 55 years. So for you to get a graduate work visa, you must be under 55. But student visa has no age limit. It was not written anywhere. But what will guide you is after studies, what next? Postgraduate work visa, 55 years. I would like to apply for postgraduate as I can't get that. It disappeared. Shoot that question again, okay? So I keep hearing people saying my agent say, but the thing is that when you are bachelor degree, when you have gap, like between the time you finish your secondary school and the time you want to go for your bachelor degree, if there is a very long gap and you haven't been doing anything, working, if you're doing a work without any proof, showing that money is coming, you can do with your pay slip, your employment letter, and a reference, it will be hard because that gap, there is no way to prove it. So they believe that your brain is already blocked, you know. And it's so fun. Ma'am, the Grafton University for my master's in public health is fully online. I got 25% scholarship. You said since it's fully online, the visa. Ah, haba. What did your agent tell you? That agent, they crazy. Which agent is guiding you to? I got 25%. The visa is tricky. Ah, online. I want make I ask you now. Just apart from these things, let's just talk normal, okay? So they gave you admission for a course that you have to be, that's supposed to be done online. Online means that you can sit in your toilet and be doing this course in your home country or any country in the world. Now, what they will ask you is that, what are you coming to Australia to do? What do they come find? Remember, the reason for coming is to come and study, okay? There are some people that were affected during the COVID, okay? And their school offered them to do online, partly online. But their studies were supposed to be physical, face-to-face. But because of COVID, they were doing online. And once COVID restriction ceased, because they already got a visa, they have to come over, okay? But in your own case, it's different. You are purely online, so it's going to be tricky. Can I work and pay my fees at University of New South Wales? Because the fee is really high. 20 hours pay. Oh, okay. I'm going to talk about hours. Okay. So, my sister, my brother, if that is online, please discuss with your visa agent. Discuss very well with them and ask them what is the possibility. Who is the agent that helped you? When you got that online admission, what did your agent say? Is the agent saying that maybe they have been doing it in the past? Me, I don't know, but I'm just critically evaluating it. If this study is going to be done online, why should you be coming? But please discuss with your agent. Maybe there is something they know, I don't know. Maybe they've been doing it in the past, okay? Now, I want to treat a question. Someone said he got admission in University of New South Wales and said if he can study. Abba, I want to say it here now. If you are in Australia as an international student and you are still going back to your poor family in Africa to ask them for subsequent school fees, you are very lazy. You are a lazy child, eh? You need to be told that you are a lazy child. Okay, let me take my glasses back. Do you know why? Now you're talking about 40 hours per fortnight. That is In 2 weeks, you work 40 hours. Okay? In 1 week, you work 20 hours. But currently, they have scrapped that condition in the student visa. You can work up to 80 hours in a fortnight, like a normal person like me and you, any other person in Australia, both citizen and permanent resident, and work visa. So you can work as much as you can now. Now, the tricky part is this. When they later resorted to that in the June this year, okay, there is other way to work. I have told you guys on how to work smart in my channel. Particular days that you can work to make more money. Okay, you don't have any restriction. It's not like people like God that have children that on weekend we need to stay with our kids or take them to other activities and stuff. Okay, you are coming here strictly for this and hustle. You work this particular shift when it's restricted, but now it's not restricted. You can work anyhow. Work those particular shifts and you make your subsequent school fees. There are in between semesters, you have like 2 months. Sometimes, for example, school ends in early June. You have July, August, probably sometimes they start late August. Then your December school closes November ending. You have December, you have January, you have February. Some school starts late February or March. Most schools starts March, universities. So you know how many and when you are on holiday, you work full time. Do you know that? You work full time. So wetin you dey talk? And school here no be the one you be going every day and from morning to evening. You might have one class in a day. So you structure your shift, your work shift on how you do it. Okay? I would like to apply for postgraduates as plan B as I have bachelor in science. My 13-year-old son is homeschooling. Will this affect my plan B? What does your 13-year-old child homeschooling has to do with that? I would like to apply for postgraduate as plan B as I have bachelor in science. My 13-year-old son is homeschooling. Would this... I don't get it. It's homeschooling. 13 years old. Why will it affect your visa? Okay? Is it like giving a proof? You want to take your 13-year-old child to... You want to come over with your 13-year-old child, but you are worried that because it's homeschooling, there won't be any proof. It's not. Oh, it will not affect you in any way. Okay? As long as you write a very good proof that is homeschooling. And what is it? When he comes here in Australia, he will go to the class of a 13-year-old child. If he's struggling, the teacher will tell you. Okay? You guys will work it out. So from homeschooling, he will just go to... There are so many Oyibo people or white people that are doing homeschooling. The homeschooling is not people like me. I'm a career woman. In the morning, I prepare for my work. I go drop my children in school. Even when I was having babies, I use a daycare. Okay? But so many Australian women, so it's not new in Australia. Homeschooling, they know the system, they know how it works. So you can comfortably tell the school that your child has been doing homeschooling. But hey, as you come here, you cannot do homeschooling for your child because you have to go to school and you have to go to work. Okay? Unless you have some way to cover that or you have enough money, so you can do homeschooling. But you have to pay for that 8,000 and 3,000 because you can't tell them you want to do homeschooling for your child. No, there is a visa condition that you must provide money for schooling for your child. Okay? So, but it will not affect your visa for any way. Homeschooling is common in Australia. All right? Shoot your question. Okay? If I am applying for study visa but don't have permanent job nor travel history, neither any family declares inheritance. I think I've seen that question somewhere. And I think I told you to come to my live section today. I don't know whether I dropped that. It was so... I was getting so many inquiries from women. We started a Telegram group. Please join our Telegram group. It's very important. I dropped a link on my channel, on my YouTube channel, and I drop a link also in my Facebook page. Please join us. Now, I want to tell you something. It is hard when you are sponsoring yourself. I have to tell you the truth. It is so hard because you need to prove and prove and prove. Okay? Permanent job. You said your permanent job has already have a end date or something. That is also to say you don't have a tie. in your home country because your job is ending. Is there any way you can stretch that job? Is there any way to show that that job will extend? Find a way to extend that job. Okay? It's very important. That's a tricky one. Okay? Then you don't have a family member, you don't have any inheritance, you don't have any aunties, uncles, or wife, girlfriend. They also accept girlfriends then. Plans you have had in the past, or any job offer. There will be a job offer as well that said, once Smith finishes this program in Australia, that's the tricky part you guys don't know. I mentioned it when I was treating GTE on my channel. I said, there's possibility of having a job offer and say that this job is waiting for you upon your return from Australia. And you sign and accept this job. And it's from a real company. It is in existence. And your job is there for you. They will give enough proof to show. So you can use it to cover that one. Okay? But you don't need to have a travel history. The travel history has nothing to do with your student visa. It has nothing. I don't know where that one is coming from. Okay? So the job one, try to find a way to close that loophole. And for you to sponsor yourself, you must have enough money. So much money. So much money, because they assume that as you are there, you are not working, the money is not coming. Unless you're going on a paid leave, where your company will still be paying you. Okay? Sure, that company will still be paying you upon maybe 50% of your salary will be still going. Thank you, very helpful. Yes, I want an agent that offers study loan or sponsor. Okay. You be sharp woman or sharp man. You want all these things. Agent that's sponsored for loan and give you sponsorship. Okay, and you just want it like that. You think it's easy. If it's this now, so everybody go there. Waka they go. This is something you find out yourself. When you approach an agent, you ask agents, okay? You need to be careful how you ask it, because if they sense that you are a troublemaker, they won't even, they will just, okay. Do we have more questions, or do we end this section? It's been a very insightful section, and I'm happy that you guys are here. I'm happy that you're bringing your question forth. And at this juncture, is there still anyone that wants to ask any question? If not, should we be ending this section now? Any more question coming? Any more question coming? Okay, so I will leave this live section on my channel, in my YouTube channel, so that you can replay and anything. Okay, any other question? Please, the person that has online admission, check well before you submit your visa. Check well, because I want an agent that offers study loan. Yes, coming. Thank you very much. How do semesters work? We have 2 semesters. Okay, the first one starts late, so you can start with any semester. You can start with early year semester. You can start from middle, so whichever one the school offer you. So there is June, July admission, there is February admission. Okay, so February one starts and end like end of May, depending on school, or first week of June. Then you have June, July, then sometime in August you start another school. So you have enough holiday even to shoot for your school fees and stuff. Okay, so 2 semesters, but you can get admission either in semester 1 or semester 2. So this one is not like a fall and winter or something. You can use any of the admission period, first, second semester to come. Okay, most of the program run can start any of the semesters. You go with that. Okay, all right, I don't think we have any more question coming. And yes, you say we ended this section. If you wave back at me, then we end this section. If you wave back at me, we end this section. I believe we've covered a lot of things. Please go and replay this section. It will be on the YouTube channel. And student visa is viable. Yeah. I have mentioned schools that have low tuition fee. Please watch this live. Watch it. Okay, watch it. Thank you, and God bless you, and remain blessed as you pursue your journey. Okay. A relative tax assessment as proof of fund can use an Australian relative. If your Australian relative is the one that is sponsoring you. Tax, no, no. It has to be physical money, money in the bank that is accessible to you. Okay? Tax assessment, no. Tax assessment doesn't show the money is there. Tax assessment in Australia showed how much you have made in a year. So that money could have gone since. But the tax assessment will show that you have made 1 million, but maybe you even have only 1,000 in your, or even $100 in your bank account. So no, it's not a proof, but it shows that you are working. So if that person bring a proof, you can put tax assessment to show that yes, I've worked this time, but it's not a proof of fund. It's on my channel on the, I made a new video. Go watch my video today. Special announcement. Go to my channel. It's there. So when you watch my video that entitled special announcement, I mentioned about live that we are on now, and also I mentioned about my Telegram. And on the description section of that video, is 2 minutes video. On the description section, you will see my Telegram link. And on my Facebook somewhere is there as well. I could not paste it in my Instagram because Instagram is very naughty. They don't allow people to post a link. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah, that is it. Any more questions? So, low school fees, please go watch over this. And please stop looking for low school paying school because it might affect your student visa. I've said it. Visa is the ultimate. Admission is not the ultimate. Anyone can get admission. Eyes on the goal. The goal there is visa. Admission without visa is nonsense. I'm sure you know that. Okay? Many people are crying today because they were just doing whatever. Low paying school fees, anything goes. Yeah. And low paying school fees sometimes don't scrutinize your admission. They give you admission, they don't scrutinize it. By the time you go through visa process, find out that everything you have written or submitted to them, you didn't do a nice job. But some school will scrutinize you. I've seen a school, Tehran University, was scrutinizing these people and asking them a lot of documents to provide. How much does an international student needs to have for a living? We've talked about that one. I've mentioned some things about 21 Australian thousand, 8,000 there and that. But are you talking about the proof or the one you are going to spend? Hey, when you come here, live like a student. If you see bread, chop. So the expense itself for something you go eat, no be fry egg and eat bread, and the waka they go school, waka they look for job, they go do your job, come back, job day sha. So if the money where you go spend here, now you go spend, but even if for proof, there is a stipulated amount of money you will have. Okay. So 7.3 Australian dollars and 21,000 for a person and for a partner and for a child. I've mentioned it. These are living expenses, then plus your school fees as well. Okay. But if say the money you go use here is a beg, are you coming here to be cooking or rishi where you are still struggling to survive? Okay. And this week I'm also going to share a video in my channel on another way for international students to make money that will not be taxed, like tax-free money. Watch out for that video before the end of next week, like this. Today is already Sunday in Australia, you know. Please, is it possible to have a certificate for healthcare job from Nigeria? No, mba. There is no, I've made a video there. I said no to that. No, there is no pathway for that. But if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can provide a sponsorship for you, you can. But for someone that you don't know from, like a company that you don't know from anywhere, to sponsor you, because they will go through a rigorous process to bring a assistant healthcare worker or in. But if it's you know somebody, I know somebody, not me, my hand no day there. I be a civil servant, I don't have company. So if you know somebody that knows somebody, they can do it background for you and give you sponsorship, and you come with that job. Okay. Can an international student permanent what? Be what? Can international student be? I didn't get it. Can international student be? It was a very short sentence. I don't know what happened. I didn't get that. Can you shoot your question again? Can an international student be? Please shoot. I want to answer that question before I close. I think it's a very important question to you. Can you shoot your question? Yeah. So I said it again. If you are here, work hard. Don't go disturb your family in the in your home country to come and still be paying your school fees when you are here. Don't go sleep, go do night shift. Do double shift join self on weekends and make big money and even send back home. Yes, yes, you can do it. Don't come here and do big man and come and be taking photos and be posting on social media. That's not what we do here. We do the real thing. You don't come here, first thing you do, you post videos. Or you know they do like that. We are not okay. Can an international student be pregnant while schooling? I have more than 5 tourist visa refusal from. Oh my Chineke Mo, why are you doing this to yourself? Oh, Chineke, why did hey, the one that said can you be pregnant? Yes now. But don't show them you are pregnant already. I hope your pregnancy is not big. Can a 17-year-old get student visa to study for bachelor degree? Do you advise computer science as a course to... Okay, hold on. Let me treat the pregnancy first. The pregnancy, I hope it's not big, okay? Because if it's big, they will consider it in the airport. Because maybe you're not going to declare it in your visa. If you declare in the visa, it will be hard because who is going to care for the child while you're studying? But if you're already inside here in Australia, and you get pregnant, it's okay. Or maybe you come in and you travel home, you got pregnant, come back, it's fine, you have your baby here. But your baby will not be a permanent resident or citizen immediately because you are not a permanent resident. That's another story I'm going to do sometime. So there is a restriction. So for tourists, for birth tourism or something, you're not getting something out of it, okay? So someone said, can 17 years old? It's tricky. I think you have to be 18 years to go to university in Australia. Okay, so over 18, if you're under 18, you need a guardian for secondary school. So you cannot be 17 to go. That is where it is. I don't know where we are rushing from Nigeria. We're rushing from Africa, like boo, 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 everybody's rushing. You need to have 1 year, you need to have keep your child. Please don't just keep your child. Make sure he's doing something that you can provide a proof that he is doing or she is doing something that period. Okay, wait for 18 years. Okay, or you're applying that by the time you are 18, you will start your school. You start the application in 17 years. By the time you turn 18, you will move over to study. It means that now you're a full-grown adult. You don't need a guardian. Okay, computer science. It depends on which computer science you are doing. I want you to do what I want you to do. I want you to be smart about it. I want you to go to the list of occupation. I've provided that in most of my videos. Search computer science and find out if it's in the skilled migration occupation list. That will guide you. If it's there, find out what type of computer engineering is there because they will categorize them in different sections. Find out which one is needed. Then you can advise yourself right there. And I would advise anybody that wants to go and look for admission in Australia to go through skill occupation list to find out which occupation list, which occupation is listed there or something you have in mind. Is it listed in the occupation list? It will guide you very well, okay? But for 17 years, you cannot start school. Tertiary institution, wait until you are 18 or do your application. By the time you are 18, you move over. You know, you can do application and say, and just say it's not for now, it's for, yeah, because they will ask you, when do you intend to study? Then you say which year, okay? All right, do we have any more questions? So the pregnancy one, no one is seeing you anyway because you tell them you're pregnant. It depends whether you want to tell them or you don't want to tell them. If it's big, you have to tell them. But because you come to class with big belly. But in the airports, you need to be careful. Remember, there are visas that refuse on arrival. I've done a video on that. Visas can be refused on arrival when you give a false information. I went through the Grafton University public health site and it said some program can be taken on campus and on the location site. It says online and okay, good. You told me it's 100% online. Okay? If it's 100% online, it will be hard for you to get visa. If it's 50-50, yes, you will get visa. Okay? On campus and online and Gold Coast. It says online and Gold Coast. Say, please, when you are coming for international, don't choose online, 100% online. You will not get a visa. If it's 50-50, it's fine. It means that they still need you. There is component of that course that they need to see you face to face to do, so your visa can go. But if it's everything is 100% online, it's hard to get a visa, because the question is, what are you coming to do? Can one get a healthcare job? No, you can. Arriving for study, yes, you can. No, it depends on how smart you are. Please, do you have answer? What is your question? Ask me your question again. He said, can someone get a healthcare job immediately you arrive? I made a video about that. Go and watch my video. Go to my channel. Don't be a lazy child. Go to my channel and ransack my channel. I made a video about easy paying job that you don't need a degree or qualification to do in Australia. Now, if you want to be too smart, what you do is go online and look for healthcare. If you get a visa, go online and look for healthcare, but you're going to pay a lot of money. Do certificate 3 individual support on an Australian school, all the certificate, diploma school, private schools. Okay, so by the time you're arriving in Australia, you already have your healthcare, blah blah blah. What do you guys call it? But there are people that don't need it. Okay, so you can look for a company or individual people that do disability and go for disability, or you come over, you do a crash course, and immediately you start before your school even starts. You start. There's a way around these things. Okay, watch my video. I've done video on that. Okay, can I just go now? I think it's about 2 a.m. in Australia. You see, I feel like all right, it's okay. Can we just close this section today? I think the question, we've answered almost all the question. There's the last person that said, Mom, you haven't answered my question. I think I've answered that question now. Okay, yes, you can be smart enough. You can look for individual people that have company that do disability. There is what is called NDIS. Go and watch that video I made. Okay, hustling ground, not snapping. Yes, don't go there. We don't do like these people are UK people. The first day they go, they said, I traveled to UK with 1 naira. Or see, we they come now, we they pursue something, they come. J Chubego, go look for money. Don't come here and be snapping and putting on Facebook until you get what you need. 100% visa assurance. I don't get that. Universities in the regional. No, it's not 100%. Nothing is 100%, my darling. Nothing. Can I get a student visa after getting 5 years? 5 years what? So nothing is 100% assurance when it has to do with migration. Nothing. So you looking for universities in regional area is not about a visa. It's about after studying, when you go for your subsequent visa. There is this condition that when you studied in regional area, you are entitled to, there is this visa you'll be entitled to the second set of it. Okay, and also you can give you a route to permanent resident. It has nothing to do with your visa grant. I never said that in my videos. Okay, regional area has nothing to do with visa grant. I never mentioned it. It's about after studies, what happens. Okay, all right. Yeah, which other question? Can I get teaching job with NCE? No. It's not happening. There is something about teachers coming for UK. I'm going to do a coaching on that. I'm releasing a flyer soon. It's starting in February, but NCE is not qualified for it. Okay, it's a degree and teaching qualification. University of South Wales offer admission, guarantee visa. If someone gets refusal after getting one. Yes, someone said he has gotten refusal, 5 refusal from different countries for. I want to tell you, my brother or my sister, you can't get another visa with that. I'm sorry to tell you this. You are busy killing your passport. That's why I said I made one post. I said, stop scarring your passport. Your international passport, guide it. Guide it like you are a baby. Okay? Stop scarring it. When you get a refusal, you jump again and you get another refusal. No, why are you doing this to yourself? Don't you know that all these countries, anything migration is connected? Once you're refused in another country, you jump to another country. In your visa application, they will ask you, and you lie, they will see it. So there's no need of even lying. Okay? They will ask you, have you been refused visa? Why? Anything? Blah, blah. You said no. They will still see it. They will refuse you. Okay? Unless you will refuse visa based on some flimsy excuse or something. But if they suspect that you're just finding a way to, and you're going for tourist visa, visitor visa. I keep telling people, tourist visa and visitor visa can mar your passport forever and ever. Be careful on how you hustle for these visas. Be very careful. Easy refuse. Australia, they refuse that one like kilo day. I want people, stop going for Australia visitors visa, stop. There is another one they give them, maritime something something, but it depends on who know road, your agents. That one is their private arrangement. I know they do that kind of one. I know they there. Okay. So some agents know how they get that side up. But if not normal visitor visa, no one will grant you. There's another another one, background one they're doing, they call maritime, ship cruise, and yes, that one. So now you're an agent. I don't know anyone that does that. Now who know road, no road, that one. So the question is, when you come, there are some countries, visa wahala everywhere. God help us. So yeah, God will help us. Amen. Amen. Will you be able to offer support for any international students seeking what? Bring, what are you seeking? Tell me, come back and tell me what you're seeking. Okay, yeah, God help us. Stop going for tourist visa if your agent is not sure. You see this agent that providing you for visitors visa, tourist visa, ask them when was the last time they got one, and they will answer you. Okay, be very careful. Stop scarring your passport. All these countries are interconnected. They are connected everywhere. Be careful. Guide your international passport. Guide it. Okay. Someone said, will you be able to provide support for international student that is, I can't get that. I don't get that. International student that is doing what? Yeah, some people are asking me, will you be able to make a subsequent visa as an international student? Yes. And if you don't make it and you are held, you are lazy. I removed my glasses to say it. If you come from Africa where people they struggle and you see job, if you do the job, you are lazy. You better come back. Let somebody go replace you. You just post your visa, your visa. Post it, come back. Let someone go replace you. Someone that want to work. Will you be able to offer students seeking temporary accommodation in Sydney, for example? How can I support this person now? How will I support the person? I no get accommodation now. I know they Sydney safe. So the thing is this. Ask your school. School has option. If school gives you admission and your visa comes out, please contact the international student office in your school. Make a request. They cannot keep you stranded. They need you. Your visa is also granted. Okay? They need you. They will tell you the plans they have. If there are agencies, they will refer you to. There are shared accommodation. I forgot, I saw someone on Instagram one day mentioning for people to search shared accommodation and Google or something, and they will find in a particular region, they will find shared accommodation and backpackers accommodation, cheap accommodation, and so on. You will find them. Go online and keep searching. But your school will have a plan. Okay? If they're not providing you for accommodation, they will refer you. They will have agency that they refer people to. So don't keep on struggling. Make that request to your school. Put it in writing. Okay? Even your vice chancellor or anybody is being careful in Australia. Anybody can lose their job for a little thing. So yes, they will attend to you. Ma'am, don't forget the food packaging video. I will do the food packaging video. Now you ask me, not be today. I won't do it today. I will do it on my video. I will tell you about the food packaging because I had a recent experience. Remember, I just came back from Nigeria towards the end of last year. I had experience, and my husband traveled before me and came back. He came with his own wahala, and I went back again. And Nigerian vendors too. Some of them are trouble too. They know they hear anything. Okay, I'm going to make that video packaging. I promise I will make it. I wanted to make it so sophisticated, but I'm just going to do a simple one because it's a simple explanation. I don't need to go and dig out more information. I'm going to narrate my experience and what happened and how you're supposed to do that. Yes, it's a recent experience. I'm going to share it with you. I promise I will do that so that some of you that are coming over, you will know as well. And some of you that are doing vendor, I think I'm going to ask the vendors to watch that video when I'll make it. I will tell all Nigerian vendors as well that are sending things in Australia. Stop saying I send food in UK, I send food in US. Why is your own different? Each country has their own policy. You see this our Nigerian food vendors, sometimes they put you into wahala. They will brag and tell you, but I sent to Canada, I sent to UK, I sent to Germany. But Australia get their own, the way Australia they guide their country. you go think say na heaven. Remember the time of COVID, they lock everywhere. They know they even play and everything. So just do what they want and you just move. Okay, shoot your question. Shoot your question. Where's that question again? Where is it? Disappeared. I think it's a very important question. It was somehow long. Yeah, we have that question. Shoot your question. Bring it back. Bring that question back. So for student admission, please stop rushing and looking. Ask the school. If student is seeking accommodation, can you help out? Please, are you on WhatsApp? I am on WhatsApp. I'm on Telegram. My WhatsApp is a private WhatsApp. You see, the headache is, I have a Telegram group. Click it and join and shoot your question there. You will get answer, okay? I don't support people with accommodation. I have mentioned it. Please contact your school. It's easy. Send them email and tell them my visa is out. How do I look for accommodation? They owe you that responsibility to give you information on how to find accommodation. You are an international student. You are not a local student. Most of school have lodges, student hostels, okay? Shared accommodation. If they don't have, they provide you with an agency or agencies that will help you sort accommodation. Stop looking for accommodation on your own without contacting your school. They owe you that responsibility, okay? Until they fail you, then you can make your private arrangement. Stop burdening yourself. This is Obodo Ibo you are going now. Someone cannot give you admission and throw you. Do you know that they gain something from your admission? Do you know that they use it for ranking? How many international students they have? How many international research students they have in a year and so on? Okay. If someone gets refusal after having, what's the next step? Will you advise? Okay. Yes, if your student visa is refused, you can apply, but please do not be in a rush. Okay, do not be in a rush to apply. There are some things they pointed out that need to be addressed before you apply. Okay, sometimes statements of purpose, statements of purpose you submitted to school that they used to give you admission. Sometimes you wrote nonsense that you were telling them your life story. That is not what a visa agent wants to see. This visa agent has thousands of piles of application in front of them, and they will read 6 pages, 8 pages. Who be you? You be Bill Gates' son or daughter, that they will just be reading 8 pages of your story of my life, title story of my life. You tell them how your primary school, how your parents were not listening, you went to this Otakara and you go to this. No, shoot to the relevant things. Okay, so address these things. Some school will just accept them and give you admission, but a visa officer is not, this is not what he's looking for. Okay, so submission of documents, you didn't give them enough proof. Someone that is sponsoring your visa, you didn't show enough connection, sponsoring your studies, enough connection, proof of fund. Yes, you submitted your bank proof of fund, but what happens to this person's financial statements, like pay slip and so on and so on? If it's business, bring proofs of this business, how the business is running, and give them a lot. Some of you tell me sometimes that my agent said this is not necessary. ABBA, there was this group I belong to. When they are requesting for it, they will come and say, but my agent said now they are requesting it. Who be your agent? Yourself. That's why you should know a lot of things. You have the right to say to your agent, I've heard that and I've read it from this that this is it. Okay, we have to provide enough proof. Please, when your visa is refused, do not rush back. Take your time to review your previous application that was refused. Hey, your visa agent will tell you, but there's nothing wrong. You too, you have the feeling that something was wrong. Don't go back and shoot back. Go and review your application. Yes, you can reapply. Okay, but you can change school as well. So you take back your you go and request for your refund from school. You can change school if you want. You can use the same CO confirmation of enrollment. Someone refuses. Yes. If you say you have a family member in Australia, is it advisable to indicate that you have family relative in Australia doing this application? I heard it costs visa refusal. No, it doesn't cost visa refusal. It's a lie. Okay, it's a lie. Okay, if they are permanent residents and stuff, and you can say that you have a tie. Okay, so you have a tie, it means that you're not going to be a nuisance. Who said that? when you talk about GTE, I mentioned GTE in my videos, okay? GTE said you have a tie in your home country or in Australia. If you have a family member, how close are they? Not like cousins and, you know, those things, no. Like brothers, and you bring a proof. Sisters, parents, uncle and aunties, as long as you can prove it, okay? And two, them, they have to prove, because you can them too will provide a proof that they know about you, okay? Maybe they'll provide you accommodation or whatever, and yes, they cover whatever. They have to show that they support your studies. You can't just go and mention them, okay? So that shows you have a tie. So you show that you have a tie either in your, so the same thing happens if you have a job. A company that will give you a job here in Australia is a tie also in Australia. So why would you mention that you have, not only mentioning, that family member has to bring a proof, a lot of proof to show that yes, this is the tie, okay? This is the connection we have, and we are happy to, and we are ready to, with so many proofs. It does not cause visa refusal as long as they can prove that they support you. It's a tie to Australia, which is one of the requirements for visa. Okay. All right. So are we ending this section? I see more people are coming. When they come, they shoot their question. They forgot that I have been sitting here for the past 1 hour, 30 minutes, and they will come back with your question, and they are just coming. Where did you even go to? You still they go Owambe, they go party. Don't worry, very soon you won't have time to go for Owambe until you make your money. Eh? Okay. All right. Can we end this section now? Okay. So this section will still be in the channel. Okay. So join our Telegram. If you say you have a family, no, I've signed it. All right. I love you too. Thank you. I think I've answered a lot of questions. Another live section will be about work visa and permanent residence. So today we've treated student visa. So the next live video will be bring your question about. Some people are asking me, Mom, give me a tip on how to migrate to Australia. How do I migrate to Australia? Without knowing any profile. You see, the way you guys ask this question is very lovely because it gives me an insight on your profile. Okay, so you cannot tell me, give me a tip on how to come to Australia. I don't know whether you have qualification or experience, or you want me to be asking you this question. Why can't you tell me everything? Give me your profile, give me a picture, paint that picture there, so that when I read it, I will be able to advise you. Okay. Yeah, so next section will be about that. Any other means minus student visa will be another section. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Love you. And we are ending now. Thank you. See you in the next video. I'm going to release a video tomorrow. So help me God. Yeah. All right. So go and subscribe to my channel. My channel, Authentic Channel, where we share real information, authentic information. We share hacks. Okay. I'm going to release another hacks tomorrow. Please subscribe to my channel and always like my video. They like my video and they comment, I beg. Not just they stay for one side, they look like this. Okay, be very active. I'm trying to give people perspective. I see a lot of people don't know where to even start, and okay, so it's covering so many countries now. It's not going to be only Australia. I've made videos about teachers going to UK as well. So once I see opportunity for any country, I would like to, and there will be videos on Canada too. So yeah, let people be exposed. Knowledge is power. Okay. All right. And click like in this one now. Click like. I see we even have 20 people remaining now, and we don't have enough like. If you haven't liked this video, like it now before, or you can come back and like it. Okay. All right. Take care. See you. Bye. So it's good morning for me and good night for you. Okay. All right. Bye.